Today we are doing a long-term analysis of SBI card and payment. So watch this carefully, and if you're invested, note down the important points. Now first point is to go to the weekly chart and draw the trend line from bottom. Now if you see, this is the up move, and if you connect this trend line, we got a sell signal in March 2021, and after this there was not a single buy in this. Trend line makes an important and very useful concept, and it helps us to identify the trend. Like in this case, it was an up move that was impulsive, and once the trend line got broken, the corrective move started. And corrective move is minimum 3 waves, and you can see in this chart, this was the start of this corrective move. And if you note carefully, this corrective move came down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 candles. But this up move, if you connect this this resistance, this up move not even in a cluster of candles was able to cross this, which means this for this impulse, this was a correction because it took more time and still it was not able to go above this point. I hope this point is clear. So for this down wave, we got a corrective structure. It's not important to know what kind of structure is this, but the important point is that this is a corrective structure because it is taking more time. And if you want to go into the depth, this looks like a triangle because this is A, B, C, D, and E. And if you see, if you connect this, and if you connect this, so this looks like a contracting lines, and inside that this is correcting. So for this impulse, if we get a corrective structure, then one more impulsive move is bound to come. I hope it is clear till this point. Now at this point of time, we are expecting for this impulse, this bigger impulse, if this is the corrective structure, then one more impulse to the top was expected. However, we didn't get such move. Let us try to analyze the reason. And now at this point of time, this was the first move down. This was the first up move from this point to this point. So if this was an impulse to the top, then this 100% retracement would not happen. And once this, because wave 2 does not retrace 100% of wave 1. And if this has happened, it means this is part of a bigger correction and more fall is expected in future, which means for this impulse, this again formed one more corrective structure. And I hope you know this corrective structure. This is nothing but an expandable flat, and this can be labeled as A, B, and C. So for this structure, this became the impulsive move, and then one more push to the down was expected, and that has already come. So now let us again analyze this structure. So overall, this is a correction, and I think everyone must be understood this. Everyone have understood this. So let us see now what are the future price action in this case. So one up move in this stock is pending. Once for this, because this is the impulsive and all this is a correction, once this overall bigger correction will be over, we will be expecting a up move, and that up move can break this top also. But for that, this structure needs to be over, and we cannot say that you can buy this directly, because in future, suppose all this can prove a corrective structure only, because we if this is an impulsive move, then this low should not be breached. Now suppose in future we slowly and slowly this comes and breaks this, and then our theory of this impulsive move will prove wrong, and we will not get this move then. And similar stock, if you see, Gland Pharma is one stock in which overall this 100% retracement has been done. So we should not be hopeful, and that's why we have to always update our analysis and see whether this our next impulse has started or not, and how much we have to wait. Now simple logic is that if you go to the smaller time frame, let us go to the daily chart. You can see this from this we are again getting some correction and down. So there is, I mean, this looks like a corrective pattern for this impulse. So one move is expected to the upside. Let me again remove it to show it better. See, again, this is a fast move to the upside, and then we are getting some corrective pattern, and this is nothing but an expandable flat. So one move to the top is pending. But after this move, we can again get and break this bottom, because this may be a bigger correction like we have seen ABC, and then fall. So after, if we get a structure like this, then this will be the last wave, and once this is over, at least we will get three wave up move. Three wave up move we can get, and that means that time we can enter for some up move. However, as of now, this is for only small swing trades. If we get an opportunity for upside, then we can take that. But as an investment, we have to still wait for these structures to happen, and this may take more time. So I hope this all analysis and corrective structures are clear. And one important point in this stock is that this stock again and again makes expandable flat. You can see this. This is again an expandable flat, and this is very common structure, I think, in this stock. And then for this impulse, we again get the move down. So I mean, if this stock is again and again forming these stock kinds of correction, and all these corrections have already been discussed in the Elliott wave series, and you can go through that and learn these in depth, and more examples have been given in that. So once these corrective impulse is very easy to read, but if you know about these corrective patterns also, then you can decide that if you are getting an impulse followed by corrective move, then more impulse downside can come, and if you get impulse followed by corrective move, another impulse can come. So if this slowly gets to the bottom and erases this, then definitely this will be a corrective pattern, because 100% retracement will happen. So let us stop it here, and I hope this is clear now. And if you have any doubts, please post them as comments. And if this delivers value, please consider subscribing and liking and sharing with friends. And